Hey cleaning family, it's Carolyn Arellano here, your cleaning business mentor. And in this video, we're going to discuss how I was able to secure my very first commercial cleaning contract. So for a little bit of context, when I started my cleaning business, or I had the idea of starting a cleaning business in my head, I wanted to clean homes at first. My mentor did tell me that I definitely should also offer other services, even though I wasn't familiar with them. And that's going to be my advice to you. Don't ever feel like you cannot take a clean or you should reject a job just because you are not at some certain made up point of professionalism, right? Like in my head, I know I thought, well, I can't clean commercial because it's a business and I don't know, I feel like I just don't have enough experience. Like what if I don't have the right insurances and all this crazy stuff? Come to find out, it was the same insurance I was using to clean houses. I was already a professional because I owned a business, and you learn as you go. So I say that to say so that you guys don't ever turn a job down because you don't feel like you're not professional enough or don't have the experience. The only way to gain experience in something is actually going out and doing the work. So there have been plenty of times in my career where I have done a clean for the very first time and I didn't fully know what I was doing, but I did do some research, right? So always do as much research as you can so that you can go to a clean fully prepared with the right tools, with the right equipment, with some type of checklist. But please do your due diligence, but don't ever say no to cleaning commercial because you never have, or not cleaning a house because you never have, because you won't ever actually clean those types of clean types until you actually do them. So if you guys were doing that, or were thinking about saying no to specific job, then hopefully this helps. Now, of course, this doesn't apply to big jobs like remediation, or maybe even hoarding could be a little bit overwhelming, but routine janitorial and house cleaning, don't feel like you shouldn't do it just because you don't have the experience. All right, so my very first client actually found me by doing a quick Google search. So there are two things that you desperately need in order to have more clientele looking for you. Number one, that's going to be a Google My Business profile. If you don't have a Google My Business profile for your business right now, please pause this video, find the video on my channel on how to create a Google My Business profile, watch the video on how to optimize your profile. I'll actually put the links in the description for this video and then come back to finish watching this. Google My Business is a free way to market your business and be found on the internet, okay? So we had a Google My Business profile and we had a fully functioning, optimized website. Now on my website, I had pages for every different type of clean, and commercial cleaning happened to be one of them, even though I hadn't experienced a commercial cleaning yet. Having that Google My Business profile allows clients to find you in the exact geo area in which they are. So if I am in Ohio and I type in cleaning companies near me, they are going to show me cleaning companies in that exact area that I'm in. If I'm in New York, in Manhattan, I am going to find Manhattan cleaning companies when I'm in that area, and so forth. So having a Google My Business profile is imperative. Number two, now let's talk about your website. My website, again, had pages for every type of clean and was optimized for search engine optimization, meaning that I had a lot of keywords that my clients would be looking for: commercial cleaning, janitorial cleaning, and so forth. By having a optimized Google My Business profile and having an optimized website, my client was able to find me when searching cleaning companies near me, or commercial cleaning companies near me, or janitorial cleaning companies near me. They found my Google My Business profile, were able to click onto my website and see the different services that I offer. Now, my website has always looked professional. This is actually one of the very first investments that I made into my cleaning business, was my website, because of everything that my mentor had taught me. The importance of having a fully functioning website and everything that goes with that. So at the time, I was still cleaning and wearing all the many different hats, as most of us do when we first start our business. So I answered the phone that day, and the person on the other end asked me if I could come check their facility out. So again, I had no idea what I was doing. I got on the internet and did a little bit of research on how to do a commercial cleaning walkthrough. At that time, I did not have a laser pointer measurer, and I didn't even know what one was. So I went to the facility, I met with the person in charge of the cleaning, and they walked me through the facility. Now, I did have enough sense to take photos photos and videos so that I could later back reference them, because I was super overwhelmed and I knew that once I left this facility, all of that information was just going to be gone. I was no way that I could show this to my partner at the time or even ask anybody for help without any documentation. And that again was without my laser measurer, so I really did not even know the approximate square footage at the time. After meeting with the person that was in charge of the cleaning, I then asked if I could please go back around and take photos and measurements. So while we did that initial walkthrough, I just took down all the information that the client had for me, which was how many days a week they wanted and what needed to be cleaned. I will tell you this, the whole time that we were there, when I did that second walkthrough by myself to take the pictures and videos, I kept asking myself, how long would this place take me to clean? How long do I think this place would take me to clean? And still to this day, aside from obviously the math, that is kind of how we go about it, right? Based on past experience. So although I didn't have any experience in commercial cleaning, I did have experience maybe for like 3 or 4 weeks cleaning homes. So I was thinking like, okay, this place looks like it would take me maybe 5 hours to clean by myself. And I was actually pretty close. It ended up being 4 man hours. So I'm glad that I actually gave myself that extra cushion of time. So I ended up going back to my office. I found a proposal online that I could use. It was probably terrible looking now that I think about it. And still, I input all the information. I guesstimated a little bit over, and I even priced a little bit high. At the time, I didn't understand that you couldn't price commercial cleaning like house cleaning, meaning I should have been at about $35 an hour, and instead I was at that $45, $50 hour mark for cleaning homes. And I still won the contract. Now, I can't tell you guys how many contracts we have got organically, meaning for free, by just putting in work into our Google My Business profile, into our website, onto our social medias, and so forth. Now, as a quick bonus tip, I'm just going to talk a little bit about other ways that you can find your first commercial cleaning client, because I understand that not everybody has a website or money to build a website at first, and there are just other options. We don't always have to pay necessarily to market for our business. So if you're just starting off and you are looking to find your first commercial cleaning contracts, I would say, aside from the website, and of course the Google My Business, number one, because it's free, is going to be printing out flyers. Now you can do this from home or you can do this from Staples. You can simply make a flyer online. Now they have Canva that's free, so you can actually either use Canva or just use Google Docs, right? It doesn't have to be fancy. You can put all of your company's information, the website if you have one, the phone number if you have one, and the different areas that you service. So you can go ahead and print those flyers out and do door to door, meaning you can go to places where there are a lot of businesses, such as like a business park or a strip mall, areas that you want to service, and go to door and hand out your flyers and say something along the lines of, hey, my name is Carol. I'm with Arellano Cleaning Services. We're a local janitorial cleaning company, and I just wanted to leave my flyer here with you. But not just that. Also say that you would like to give them a free quote while you're there. Now, this 80% of the time does work for us. Since we're already there and we say, hey, we'd love to give you a free quote, 9 out of 10 times they'll allow us to. So we'll walk the office or the facility, take photos, take measurements this time because I know better, and then go back later on at the end of the day to the office or my house and then create a number of proposals, because we've hit maybe 30 different businesses and we were able to do 10 free walkthroughs. That's 10 proposals. That's a third. And that's actually not too bad. Now, another way, of course, is going to be cold calling. Now, when you cold call, you just gather all that information from the internet for the companies that you wish to service, and you start giving them a call. And you can say the same thing kind of over the phone. Hey, my name is Carolyn. I'm calling from Arellano Cleaning Services, and I just wanted to give you a call to see if you'd like for us to schedule a free walkthrough, which equals a free quote. Okay. And if they say yes, perfect. If not, just be sure to follow up with them later on down the line. And of course, a third method that I would suggest using is cold emailing. It's the same idea as the door-to-door and over the phone, except in email form. And if you guys happen to need any templates as well as the follow-up email, I'm going to put that link down in the description of this video. And of course, that same cold email template that I'm talking about, you can also print out, again, on a home printer and an office printer, Staples, a library. I don't want to hear any excuses about not owning one. I haven't owned a printer planner in years and I still make it happen. You can legitimately print the same email template out and mail them to these companies. Yes, mail them. Get a box of envelopes and some stamps and literally physically fold them up and mail them out. There is a very large chance that the person in charge of cleaning that office is going to open that piece of mail. Now, they are more likely to open a physical piece of mail than to look at a flyer. And I am going to link down below a video that I have all about cold emailing and getting more commercial leads. I really hope you guys found this useful and helpful, and cheers to 2024, you guys. I really hope we have an amazing year and we crush all of our goals. If you guys are interested in opening your very own multi-six-figure cleaning business, please be sure to check out the link below in this description. I have a number of self-paced courses online with and without added mentorship.